to stand with its original 3 legs. And the only doctor, it is you, the youth, that will make that operation. This is why I'm the backbone of any development of any nation. And therefore, South Sudan cannot develop without the participation, full participation of Upper Nile youth. So Upper Nile youth need to join their brothers and sisters in Barakazal and Equatoria that are well organized, because youth are the only section in the community that think properly about the nation building. And you have seen all over the world, most of the revolutions have been waged and successfully led by the youth. Because when you are a youth, your vision is the future. But when you become above 50s, you start thinking about your family, about your relatives. So for us, as people of South Sudan, we wanted the youth to unite. And you about identities, some people think of negativity, but that is not true. When you talk about identity, it is good to know where you come from, so that you plan for your future. And the identities are best tool for development when they are properly used. But if they are misused, this is where identities can become mixed with negativity, and especially where there is marginalization. You talk of, in any theories of social conflict, there is something called relative deprivation, and then is accompanied by theories of aggression. So, if there is no tendency from any greedy politicians or any leader that is selfish, then people think positively about identities, because it's good to know who are in Upper Nile. Not only who are in Upper Nile, but who are in a particular county, who are in a particular Panyang and particular state. Because when people talk about distribution of income, distribution of wealth, there are a lot of units that are used. But to me, the best units are administrative units. And these administrative units should not be politicized. This is where you can mobilize the people forward without any negativity. So when you talk about Upper Nile as an administrative area, former administrative unit, you talk about Barakazal as an administrative unit, you talk about Equatoria, and then you go down to the counties. That is positive. And that positivity should be promoted for the welfare of the people of South Sudan. And this is why the issue of unity is very essential. So I appreciate the organizers of this gathering, and I believe your organization will awaken the people of Upper Nile for the development. If there is other backward place in South Sudan, I believe Upper Nile is the most backward place. And this is why it is liquid. And the only solution is in your hands. Because the more you move to the upper ladder is engaged with their positions. Whether they are party leaders, they are engaged with what they hold in the government. And this is where I appreciate General and Comrade Aguer by getting time to associate with you as youth. Because the only thing that you need is the support, so that you think freely. One bad thing that I usually tell the youth all over the world are independent. I will not be happy to mobilize the youth of my county to follow me. No, you should not follow other politicians. As youth, you organize and you think for the future. Because I may be thinking of my position.